If you can even imagine, was stuck in a bathroom for hours with the gunman as he held. Children got molested 3 times because you didn't report it. Do you have anything to say? Information by the minute out here, Courtney, but what I can tell you is a fisherman spotted the body just around 4 o'clock this afternoon. And then he spoke about even darker times, like his divorce and the night he found out a sex tape. Was there a mistake here?
Well,
Community gives this plan a green light. Let me show you what we're talking about. This road right here, Coronado Drive, it has half of the documents of children who had died this year, all of the hours of professional training. As for the victims, they were not injured, but today we heard they are seeking legal. I did speak with Cassiano's parents after the interview. They were smiling, they were laughing. I said, how can you do that? They said, we have to. Facility, check their records, their past inspections, and the key thing is to visit the facility. I wanted to make it clear that that's Hulk Hogan, a character, and Terry Bollea is a totally different person. The answer is 42 hours, but if you were to ask that to Tampa drivers, they'd probably say the number is a lot. Calls. This letter has made its way across the nation and the world, some calling the bishop a so-called winner because of what he wrote. But for the first time tonight, we are hearing the stories of survival and the moments that these victims knew they were not making it out of that nightclub alive.
He even spoke to us directly in the bathroom.
Patience Carter held hostage for 3 hours inside Pulse nightclub Sunday morning. The shooter, Omar Mateen, standing just feet away.
Got shot in my leg, and it was actually pinned under the person who was laying right next to me. So it was very painful, and we laid there for hours and hours hoping that someone came and got us and hoping that the police would come through at that point in time and just like save us all. But throughout that period of hours, the gunman was in there with us.
Outside of the bathroom was Angel Colon.
I shattered and broke my bones on my left leg.
He was shot 3 times in the leg and could not move.
I look over and he shoots the girl next to me. And I'm just there laying down. I'm thinking, I'm next, I'm dead. So I don't know how, but by the glory of God, he shoots towards my head, but it hits my hand. And then he shoots me again, and it hits the side of my hip.
A cop able to pull Colon out of the club and drag him over shattered glass to a parking lot nearby.
He's dragging me out while I'm just getting cut. My behind, my back, my legs. And I don't feel pain, but I just feel all this blood on me from myself, from my other people. And he just drops me off.
What he saw next is hard to even imagine.
And I look over and there's just bodies everywhere.
Both victims say that hate will not win, terror will not win, and they are so thankful for the support of this community and the love they've seen at the hospital. The hospital says there are so many survivors because people, employees there that weren't even scheduled to work, they showed up doing anything they can to help. For now, we're live in Orlando. Jennifer Titus, 10 News, WTSP. For everyone, Dion, and today the president got to see firsthand the horror that took place here. For one of the survivors he met with, Norman Cassiano, what he remembers from that night is downright chilling. The president landed in Orlando Thursday to meet with victims' families and survivors of the largest mass shooting in U.S. history.
It's hard to feel like the feeling of I might die. Like, I still like talking about it. Like, it gets to me.
Norman Cassiano is one of the survivors.
He shot the front of the stall. I was like one of the front running people. I was sitting right next to someone that I also an acquaintance from being out. As soon as he shot, she was no longer responsive. A few people weren't responsive. The door was blocked. It was chaos.
Chaos that left 49 people dead.
I never got to see a face. I heard laughter. He laughed once when he shot the first guy.
Cassiano is recovering from 2 gunshot wounds to his back.
I had to climb over people, climb on a sink, and pull myself up a wall about like 4 feet, 5 feet with all this pain. I honestly couldn't even feel it, and I just let myself drop over.
His visit with the president was the first time he's been out of the house since being released from the hospital.
Really great that the leader of our nation is showing that no matter who you are in the world, you're still human, and he wants to meet with these people and see us and know that we're okay and hear our stories. And
A story that he says, unfortunately, will never go away.
And I just feel like there's really not a moving on. You're gonna, not even a back of the head, it's just always gonna be lingering.
Just unbelievable story there. Now, I did speak with Cassiano's parents after the interview. They were smiling, they were laughing. I said, how can you do that? They said, we have to. It's the only way to get through this, and they have their son here, unlike so many others. For now, we're live in Orlando tonight. Jennifer Titus, 10 News WTSP.